Hello everybody, this is Phantom Girl. Enjoy the video.
Almost done.
Sky will guide us with the beddings because he's the best at following those things. Am I bothering you?
No.
Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading. It makes me scared to interrupt.
Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted when I read here. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it.
That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of a prodding.
It's so bad to be social if I let others do the work, so it can be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone's being too silly for me to keep up with.
Yuri glances across the room at Sayuri and Natsuki. Sayuri has her head cocked back and her mouth open, trying to catch pieces of a cookie that Natsuki's lobbing into the air. But the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting the floor.
What is this? It's like throwing a cookie at someone and trying to catch it.
That hit my eye, like in the first hit. My guy. That's dangerous, my guy.
Maybe I should say something.
No need. They just ran out of a cookie. What a waste.
They really became good friends, haven't they? I'm happy.
Sayuri seems particularly good at making that happen. But the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well.
Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had many chances to talk one-on-one, have we? Though that may be partly my fault, since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members.
At all. I've probably formed a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. The responsibility is equally on me, at least to display some openness to engage.
Well, what about during times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends?
I just read.
Oh.
But I like it that way. It feels nice to be carried off again after a morning of classes.
Do you always read fantasy?
Oh, not always. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of the series. There are still 2 more books after this one.
I guess those long books suit you well, since you spend so much time reading.
Well, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that, I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres. I'll read anything with depth and maturity.
Oh yeah? Even like romance?
Well,
Someone is blushing.
there are a lot of books that have elements of romance in them.
Oh, come on, Yuri. You know what I mean.
Monica lowers her voice.
It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do too.
Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. So it kind of felt like... Please don't make me think about the past.
Sorry, I just got super curious. You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be so much fun.
Absolutely not.
Really? Even if it was just between us?
By asking someone who has no shame, like Natsuki.
I heard that!
No, you didn't.
Ouch.
Sorry. I swear I didn't mean that.
Well, I guess it was my fault for pressing you. I'm like that for things... I'm like that for things in my past, too. You know, things I feel too embarrassed to re-experience.
There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite a bit of how intense I used to be about my own interests. It makes me think that she'll likely grow out of it too.
Hey, were you talking about me again?
No, we were just...
Oh, we were just talking about how interests have changed over the years. When did you get into manga, Natsuki? Like a couple years ago, I guess. Yeah, I was already sort of into it before that, but I wasn't really going hard until then. Oh yeah? What was it that inspired you to get more into it? I don't know. I guess, let me think. It was after I discovered a series that I really liked. Yeah, I was just like, really fed up with a lot of things, and I got super into the one series that I really related to. I guess I had an itchy phase where I just hated everyone around me and wanted to be by myself. Hey, kind of like Yuri.
Mika!
Sorry.
That's completely wrong, so...
It's still cool that you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they helped you a lot through hard times. You know it! Wow, what the heck? Is that book even bigger than the last one you were reading?
It's technically slightly longer, but not very much. But not by very much.
How high do you think it would go if you stacked up the whole series?
Natsuki estimates by holding her hand high above her head, sizing up an imaginary stack.
I should get one of those mangas that's like 50 volumes long so that I can say I've read more than you, haha. Now that I have the money for that.
Please, that would hardly count when your books only have a few words per page.
I know, I was just joking. I could never actually read books like yours. It's too boring for me.
Yuri shoots a glare at Natsuki.
It's not boring.
Chill, I said for me, not for you. I can have my own opinion, I just think it's too convoluted. Sayuri, are those from the floor?
Oh, did she eat cookies on the floor, girl?
Gross! Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books.
But my hands aren't dirty.
Just do it! The oils are there, even if you can't see them.
Fine.
I
Sayuri
love
trots
them.
out the door and Natsuki follows.
I love them. Yuri, you look a little upset.
What kind of nerve does she have to call my hobby boring?
Well, she did correct herself.
Hardly, she was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I already understand that it's not for everyone. But she knows well how much these mean to me, so how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me the things you hate about it?
I'm sorry, Yuri. You may be right. This won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like. Especially in a literature club, so I should figure out how to mediate discussions to keep them positive and constructive. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books, and also your ability to get through them so quickly.
Thank you.
Okay, well this is something that I'll have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you.
Common ground isn't necessary, I just wish to be respected.
That then. Either way, I'll do my best.
I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical.
Yuri.
Okay, everyone. We have a special club meeting today. As you know, the Literature Club is a place where we get to share things that we're really passionate about. But that also means we should be mindful how we respond to each other's feelings. I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other. Aren't you being a little dramatic about this? This is important to me. Well, sorry, I just feel like I'm being accused or something. No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm sorry if I came off that way. But our conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language, and I thought it would be a good topic for the Literature Club, don't you think? I'm sure we're going to have differences in opinion a lot, so I need to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club. If you say so! Sure. The cool thing about language is that it gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. We have a lot of control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. This goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically anything. For example, Sayuri, what's your favorite food? Let me guess, cookies from the ground? Or floor?
Maybe. I have them organized by category. Should I start with snacks or do you mean full meals? Should I include breakfast?
Oh, jeez. Okay, how about your favorite fruit?
It's easy, cherries.
I'm drinking. I'm dying. Really? I always thought cherries tasted nasty.
What?
I was waiting on that. It's like Applejack with the strawberries. Oh my god.
Cherries are delicious.
Wow, that's a pretty strong reaction.
Well, I just don't understand how somebody could think cherries are nasty.
How does it make you feel?
I don't know, sad.
Defensive, maybe?
Yeah, I got defensive.
See? The reason you had such a strong reaction wasn't just because I don't like cherries. It's because you felt like your opinion was under attack. But that's weird, right? Sometimes, like, taste is completely subjective. Oh my god, this game teaches you so much, like we used to have problems in the past with opinions. But when I say something like, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. I'm challenging Sayuri's reality that cherries are delicious with my own, which is that cherries are nasty. Wait, hold on! How is it objective when you just said it was only your own opinion? It has to do with the way your brains interpret the words. You're talking about the reality of the cherries, not your feelings about them. Like Sayuri. Let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty.
Good.
So what if instead of that I said, like, I tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not the kind of flavor I enjoy.
Well, that's fine. As long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word.
Okay, so cherries was kind of a weird example, but I think it gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about the cherries, I just talked about my feelings, and Sayuri didn't get a defensive. So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences. Yuri, you don't need to take notes. I'm not gonna quiz you or something.
I know that. I was just...
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you like. But does anyone have any thoughts so far? Yeah, I just feel like I shouldn't have to put all my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings.
Girl...
Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to help turn your differences into a positive experience, rather than an argument. Right, Sayuri?
Whatever you say, cherry hater.
Oh, come on. Sayuri, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate.
What the heck? I've been duped!
Sorry, Sayuri, I make it up to you later. How about a cherry sundae?
You are welcome to dupe me anytime, my beloved president.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Buying your people's loyalty. How deplorable.
Oh, like you would turn down a free sundae, Yuri? You were certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought in the other week.
That was, I was reading and not keeping track of them.
Oh, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So now that we have the gist of it, how about we try it with something more relevant to the club? Like manga, right? Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. Yuri, do you want to start?
Well, I'd rather not know.
Ah, how come?
Well, because I don't see how anything productive can come from that. It's just going to start a fight.
No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion. Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You don't have to cuddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectable to just speak your mind.
Respectable?
Yuri's expression changes at that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri.
Well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly like...
Fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level.
Oh well, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were gonna say that manga's for children or something, like I don't hear enough of that. But there's plenty of deep manga.
I'm not clueless about manga. I read my own fair share when I was younger.
What? Are you serious? How come you never told me?
Because I'm past that point in my life, and I really prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now.
Excuse me? Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try to keep things subjective. Because if you imply that manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it? Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you. Natsuki.
Nobody's immature. I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fantasy, and I love them both in their own way.
Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't a subjective. Okay, it bores me, that's subjective. But, I mean, the thing about...
This is ridiculous. You see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just going to make people upset.
I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think. But I always got the impression that your secretly looked down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed.
Treadle, you're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for the things that I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and trying to mind my own business.
What? Have you looked in the mirror? Oh my god. Tell me again about respect after calling all of my interests immature.
Can't. Please stop.
Oh, Sayuri's crying.
Oh, shit. Please. You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends.
I didn't mean for this to happen.
Well, it did.
Okay.
So please don't invite yourself to try and solve other people's problems next time, okay?
Oof.
God damn.
Yuri's piercing words send the clever woman into a choked silence as she gathers her things. That's cold, Yuri.
Mm-hmm.
She leaves.
She's like silent and shy and then boom, just being cold all of a sudden. Holy crap! I've never heard her sound like that before. She must be so pissed. Well, you weren't very nice either, so... I was just saying.
How did this happen?
It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I'm at dealing with conflicts. It It was a really stupid thing for me to do.
It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. But I guess we're sensitive about the things we really love.
Honestly, she kind of brought it up on herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're into manga, but if you actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things. It's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about it. Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you were trying to do, but I really think the problem here is her. Not just like the way we talk to each other, right? I mean...
Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should.
It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Wow, I'm just like saying that instinctively. I'm just setting myself up to cause more problems. This wasn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out. Because I can just move on now.
But...
It's fine, I promise. Let's just get our mind off this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding Yuri's superiority complex.
Be mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want, but don't be mean to my friends, okay?
Sorry. I'm just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but I at least know that we're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience.
Monica says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force the reassuring tone in her voice. This was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri have always engaged with each other for the least out of anyone. The least out of everyone, and this is the reason. As Sayuri and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga, Monica sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to just come to terms with the fact that some members will be incompatible with each other? Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, and she knows Sayuri doesn't either. But, for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight.
Yay.
Um,
3 more. Okay.
yeah, Yuri and Natsuki are very incompatible. But you know what? I feel like every time someone says like one judgmental thing about Monica's like what she's trying to do, like she takes it as like, oh shit, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna just like sulk for a good 30 minutes. And I'm just like, Monica, girl, do not. Like, come on, you're trying your hardest. Don't let someone's words just to like immediately change your mood. But you know, that's easier said than done. Yeah, anyway, I was just speaking out loud.
A new day arrives. Syria arrives at the clubroom earlier than usual. That is, not late. As she enters, it appears to be empty still. So, she sits down at a desk and pulls out a sheet of paper, primed to jot down her thoughts. Sayuri has made a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings onto paper whenever possible, as it tends to serve as her best inspiration for poetry.
My heart feels vacant because a ship sailed away.
Yo!
Yeah?
It's a scream, like a surprise scream.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, if I try to scream, it's gonna cut off.
Natsuki?
Natsuki pokes her head out from behind the closet door.
Oh my
That's
god.
one humongous closet. Holy. It's a whole girl in.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. But it would have been a lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. I thought you wanted me listening in on your poetry thing.
Yeah. Thanks for realizing that.
Should I let you finish that up then?
Oh, no, it wasn't. I mean, I just do it whenever it's convenient. You're not interrupting.
Where's Monica, by the way?
Oh, she's out in the hallway.
Huh? Why?
Well, just in case she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri is too nervous to come into the club room by herself, so...
Oh! Jeez! Does Yuri really let things bother her for that long?
Can't control her feelings. For some people, it's really hard to cope when you get a bad thought in your head. Maybe you can distract yourself for a little while. But as soon as it's just you and your thoughts again, it comes back. Relatable.
I just want us to have a normal club meeting. It's a lot easier to pretend like it never happened if you all just ignore it and move on. I don't want to be bothered by this. It's so stupid. Her opinion of me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes me feel really guilty and I hate that too.
It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you weak. Let's figure this out together.
Fine. Only because you're good at this stuff.
Let's try to come up with the happy scene. Maybe that will help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from.
Well, I was happy the way things were before we had to have that conversation yesterday.
The conversation made you upset. Was it Yuri being mean about the manga?
Maybe. I doubt it though. Because my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time, but I just brush it off and ignore them. But sometimes the one really got to me this time, and I hate that I'm letting it happen.
Is it because it came from Yuri?
No, why would that matter? I mean, well, maybe. I hate that she thinks she's so much better than me just because she likes to pretend to be all sophisticated. Yeah, that's what it is. At least other people decide that they don't like me, or manga or whatever. But Yuri acts like she's too good even to give it a chance.
I'm sorry. Everyone deserves a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you give Yuri's books a chance?
After this? Obviously not.
What about before this?
Well, I wouldn't until I got bored, which would take very long. But if you actually keep an open mind, then it's not hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without being needlessly complicated.
I see. But you know, I like Yuri's books.
Yeah, but you like manga more, right?
Yuri shakes her head.
I like them both. I like them both in different ways, but I like them both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun and easy to just let go with. And the fantasy has a lot to interpret and uncover, and it's really rewarding to have some good quiet time together with it. But the most important thing is that both the manga and the fantasy are true to themselves. So I love them both. And I think there's room for both of them to be in the same club together. And I just feel like maybe they have more in common than you would think.
How do you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Like first it was with Monica. I always call her Monica. When I was new to the club. And then it was you. And now it's Yuri. And I'm always like, oh, that person is being such a jerk, and if they just realized that, then we could at least get along. But nobody else has this problem. I just keep running away from the reality, and that everybody is a jerk to me because nobody likes me. And I don't know why, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it.
Natsuki.
Sayori puts a comforting hand on Natsuki's shoulder.
You're a wonderful person. You deserve to be loved as much as everyone else. Everyone has different ways they like to communicate, you know? And sometimes that makes it harder for us to understand each other.
I think that sometimes we get lucky and we make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication, and it feels like you magically connect with them. But other times, even if both people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other or to get the communication wrong. It's something that Yuri struggles a lot with too. It can be really hard. It takes a lot of reflection and self-awareness and vulnerability.
I'm bad at that one. Vulnerability. I always had to be the strongest.
What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you.
Well, it sounds stupid, but I'm really used to people being mean to me. Like my friends, and I guess my dad. Like when I don't get a good grades, or even stupid things like if my room isn't clean. So what I'm gonna do? Cry about it? If I let myself get upset, then it's just letting them win. I'm better than that. I'm better than all of them. So things always have to be everyone else's fault. It feels like if something goes wrong, and there's even a tiny hint that it might be my fault, then I just get really angry and I find ways to blame everything else instead.
Well, I have to say, Natsuki has really good self-awareness though, and I think that's very mature of her. Okay, anyway. Do you see yourself as better than Yuri?
If I said that, then I would just sound really full of myself.
No. Our thoughts and our feelings are two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, we have to understand them if we want to learn more about themselves. That's a part of vulnerability, accepting that we have feelings that we don't like.
I hate that. My feelings make me a bad person. Because my feelings just want to tell me that I'm so much better than her. That she's a judgmental know-it-all who's stuck in her itchy face, and that I'm just way above that garbage. But I'm terrible for feeling that way.
You're not terrible. You are not your feelings.
But
you are not your feelings. Say that to yourself out loud.
Fine. I'm not my feelings.
The way that I like to picture it is that those feelings are like your roommate. You live in the same house and you gotta see each other every day. And even if you can ignore each other most of the time, you're gonna run into each other every now and then, and it's gonna make you feel like poop. So the other option is to get to know each other. You can communicate and learn from each other, and maybe even help each other change for the better. Does that help you understand?
How do you know so much about this stuff?
I just have a roommate that can be really hard to get along with.
Is it Sky?
They don't live in the same house, though. Or I guess... I don't know what she's referring
Maybe
to.
she's using that as a metaphorically,
Nah, I think it's
Oh,
Sky.
right. Her and her feelings. Yeah. No, Sky's right. Her and her feelings, I think. I think she's trying to refer to hers. Oh, yeah, see.
Oh yeah.
Called depression.
Depression? But you're like the happiest person I know.
I am not my feelings. Oh, I get.
I want to be a good person like you.
Oh, you little sweetheart. We're all good people. You and Yuri and Monica. And I think Yuri will eventually learn that about you.
Natsuki remained silent, feeling a little overwhelmed. Despite Sayori's kind reassurance, a complicated mixture of pain and sadness seemed to fill her, as though flowing from a wound inside her. Was it a result of her vulnerability? No. It wasn't as though she was inflicted a wound after becoming vulnerable. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound, one that cannot simply be bandaged and let alone any longer.
Hello everybody, this is Phantom Girl. If you enjoyed and want to watch another video, click here. and click here to subscribe for more fun each day. Please and thank you. See ya next time.